Good morning, dear students. I am Mr. Gopal Patil from Sri Vasisht Vidyalaya. Would like to teach you the poem, "The Road Not Taken from Home." You know very well that you are aware about this situation. Due to the coronavirus, we are unable to go to school. So we, all the teachers of Sri Vasisht Vidyalaya, have decided to teach from the home. So that's why I would like to teach you the first poem, "The Road Not Taken." This poem has been written by Robert Frost, American poet, who was a very prolific writer. He has been awarded with the Pulitzer Award, which is very prestigious award. So today I will teach you the first poem of 9th class, "The Road Not Taken." It is very interesting poem, though it is a very simple poem, but it has a very significant meaning. Because in our day-to-day life, we have to make the decisions. We have to take the decisions in our life, and especially when we face the problem, when we have the two alternatives in front of us, and out of these two alternatives we have to choose one best. At that time we face the difficulties, because it depends what the decisions we will take. Our future will depend on that. Suppose if you take the good decision, obviously it will decide your future. If you take the good decision, obviously you will get the benefit of that decision. But once you have decided to take the wrong decision, if your decision is wrong, obviously you will have to face the consequences of your decision. So though it seems very simple poem, but it has a very significant poem. And take your own example. Suppose after completing your 12th class, at that time you face the difficulty. Most of the time your parent insists that you should go for the medical college, but you are interested in engineering. But after listening your parents, obviously you have to obey your parents, and when you take the decision taken by your parents and you go for the medical, but you fail there. Why? Because of the decision is imposed by your parents, and that's why. But once you have taken the decision, you will have to complete that medical college. You can't revert. You can't get back to your decision. Afterward, you can't complete your engineering or another. You can't go to another field. That's why this is a very important poem which teaches us about the decision making, which is very worthwhile in our life. So dear students, we would like to start our poem. I will explain line by line this poem. Afterward we will see the literary devices which have been used by the poet. Okay, so we will start. Two roads diverge in yellow wood. Two roads diverge in yellow wood. Yellow wood means when it shows that autumn season. When the autumn season start, at that time we see around us the yellowish color flower leaves. And when the poet reached to the fork, we can call it as a fork. This is the fork where the poet has arrived, and the poet is facing the difficulties that which road he has to choose. Okay, so this is known as a fork, and these are the two roads, and the whole poem revolves around this theme only, this road around that, about the decision. Okay, now we will see. Two roads diverge in yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both, because poet is only one, and he is having the two alternatives in front of him. But being a one traveler, he could not travel on the both roads. That's why he is in a dilemma that which road he should use. Actually, this poem symbolizes the roads. The roads, two roads symbolize the choices, or we can say alternatives in our life. We face the difficulties while choosing the best alternative in our life, or we can say making the decision of our life. And sorry, I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood. And do you know, because he had to take the decision, that's why he had to stood for a long time. Because we people also, while making the decision, we take the time, because it decides our future. It decides our future, that's why. And looked down one as far as I could, and so long, as long as he could see, he was seeing that road. He was observing. to where it bent in the undergrowth. Where it bent in the undergrowth. Actually, undergrowth means dense forest or dense growth of the plants and bushes. Means we can say the dense forest. Then took the other just as fair. He was talking about the second road, but which was also the fair. Then just took the fair one, another one, and having perhaps the better claim. Better claim means that another, he was talking about the another road. Another road was also good. Claim is the fair on which he can claim. Because it was a grassy and wanted wear. The poet wants to choose that another road which was very grassy and wanted wear. Wanted wear means had not been used by the many people. And that's why here poet decided to choose the road which was a grassy and not been used by the more people. And that's why very few people have walked on that road, and that's why poet wanted to choose that road. Here actually those who are adventurous people, those who want to take the risk in their life, the people who are very courageous, determined people, they wanted to do something different. They don't want to follow the rat race, and that's why they wanted to do something different. And here also poet prefer to go by the different road on which the more people had not walked on that road. And that's why he decided, because he wanted to know the what is new on that road. Because what we people generally do, the people who have walked on the same road, we follow the same road. Always we follow the same track, because other people are familiar with that road and they know very well that there are no hurdles or no difficulties. That's why what they have done earlier, that's why we also follow them. But here the poet wanted to do something different, because he likes the adventure. And those people who like to do something adventurous, those people who want to take the risk in their life, they always take the different track. They always choose the adventurous path. And that's why the poet wanted to go by the less traveled road. Though as for that, the passing there, and after passing there, what he realized had won them really about the same. And after reaching on that road, he realized now, yes, both roads are the same. And both that morning equally lay. And when the poet reached to that fork means from the point from where the two roads are diverged, they get separated. And the poet reached to that point from where the two roads have been diverged in two directions. But both roads lay equally. Both roads will take to the same destination. But probability that one might be the fine road and another road will be the full of hurdles, difficulties. In leaves, and both that morning equally lay, and in a leaves no steps had trodden black, and no step had trodden black means turned the path black by crushing them. Do you know very well that suppose if you go by garden, if you go in garden, and especially in the morning time, at that time when we take the morning walk, at that time we see some flowers as well as some leaves. We observe that they are fallen on the track, and when the people walk, obviously they crush the leaves. And after sometimes those who go late in that garden, they come to know that many people have walked on that track. But here, that no one has walked on that road. And that's why he thought that I will prefer that road, because no one has trodden the leaves. Trodden means here crushing the leaves. When we walk on the road, so obviously the dried leaves, or even sometimes the green leaves also we can crush or trod them, and they will turn afterward black. Even that path also becomes the blackish color. Oh, I kept the first for another day. And here poet reserved the first road for the another day. Means he preserved that. when he will get the opportunity in future, again he will come back. Just he is assuming, he is imagining that when he will get the time in future, next time, so he will go by that another way. So he preserve the that another first road, and he go by the second road. Yet knowing how way leads to one another. Yet knowing how way leads to one another means one thing lead to another. I have written the meanings of difficult words. I doubted if I should ever come back. But here, the poet was having the doubt. The poet was suspicious whether he will come back to choose that road which he had kept reserved, which he had preserved for the another time. But he is not sure that he will come back to walk on the same road. I shall be telling this with the sigh. Actually, sigh means sigh of satisfaction or relief. Suppose if you completed your work, obviously you will get the sigh of relief after completing your maths exam or science exam. When you come back to your home after submitting your paper, and paper was so excellent, at that time what we can say? The sigh of relief, or we can say sigh of satisfaction. Somewhere ages and ages hence, and whom he telling? The ages and ages, the upcoming generation, and he will tell the people that what road he had chosen and what were the consequences. For example, what the decisions had been made by our parents, what they are only today only because of that decision. What decision we will take today, tomorrow we will be that. If you take the good decision, obviously you will be happy in your life. Sorry. Two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. And I took the less traveled, on which the very few people have walked on that road. That's why I have chosen that road. Because here poet wanted to do something different, adventurous. And if you want to take the risk in your life, obviously the benefits of that risk will be the more. But out of this choice, we should make the choice. Because not making the decision is the worst. And that's why in our life we should make the choice. Either that choice will be the wrong or right. But we have to choose one. Either of the one. And that has made all the difference. And that's why the poet has got whatever he got the experience, might be that road might be the very fine which he had chosen. In this way we have learned this poem, though it is very simple poem, but gives the moral lesson of life. While making the choice, we should be very wise. Very wisely we have to take the decision. Just nowadays Ramayana is going on on Doordarshan channel. So there are many incidents come in many people while making the decision. See, many people made understand to Ravana that he should honorably, he should hand it over the Sita, goddess Sita, to the Rama. But what he denied. But on the other hand, his own brother, younger brother, he decided to support the Lord Rama. Vibhishana had decided. So Vibhishan, he had decided to help to the Lord Rama, because he knew very well that truth always prevails, and Lord Rama was walking on the path of truth, on the path of honesty, on the path of religiousness, and he knew very well that one day there will be the victory of Lord Rama. If Vibhishana had supported to his brother, obviously his name had not been written in the religious history. And I think what the Vibhishana had taken the decision in favor of his other demons also, colleagues also, because he wanted to save the life of other demons. But listen carefully, very cleverly he had taken the decision to support to the Lord Rama. And in this way, he could have succeeded. He could have saved his life. He could have succeeded in saving his own life as well as his another colleague demons. But on the other hand, those who have supported to the Ravana, obviously they lost their life. So here we can say the Vibhishana very successfully he made the decision to help the Rama. In this way, in our life, we also face the dilemma when we have the two alternatives of equal importance. But listen carefully, we have to make the choice, because don't make the choice or leave both the choices, it is the worst. Without making the choice, leave the both options, we can say it is the worst. And that's why we have to make the choice out of these two. And we have to work on that choices also. What the decisions you have made, obviously you can't revert your decision. What the poet said, that what road he had chosen, he can't come back to the previous track or previous road. And he doubted, he expresses his doubt also that whether he will come back or not, he was not sure. That's why I want to appeal all the students, while making the decision, you should be very careful, make the decisions very wisely. Now we will talk about the literary devices. Then after showing you the poem, I have written the poem also, I will show you the poem. See, this is the poem, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, which has been written in a 4 stanza. Each stanza carries the 5 lines. Now we will discuss about the rhyming scheme. In this poem, the rhyming scheme is A, B, A, A, B. The rhyming scheme A, B, A, A, B. For example, because the wood, it ends with D, so we have given here A number. Then TH, it ends with TH both, means here B. Again here stood, means the same wood stood, it matches here, so A. Then again A, could, so again A, and last growth, TH, B, TH both and growth, TH, TH, it matches here. That's why the rhyming scheme is A, B, A, B. The same rhyming scheme has been followed in a whole poem. Now we will talk about the anaphora. Actually, anaphora means the figure of speech which words are repeated at the beginning of the successive clauses. See here, anaphora. It is used here. The figure of speech has been used here in this poem, anaphora. That at the beginning some words have been repeated in the clause. And. So it shows the anaphora. And in this poem, the imagery has been used. The two roads diverge in a wood. The two roads diverge in a yellow wood. It creates the imagination. It creates the imaginative pictures in the minds of the readers. And that's why the poet has used here imaginary technique also. And whole poem, see, in the two roads diverge in a wood, first line, and line number 11 and 12. Both that morning equally lay. Both that morning equally lay. And both that morning equally lay. The metaphor technique has been used because roads, here two roads have been compared with the choices. And who made the choices? The people. This poem has been written metaphorically. The poet has used the figure of speech metaphor. The roads mean choices. This is a very simple poem. The metaphor, roads means here choices, alternatives of life. So it is very simple poem which gives the message that while making the decisions, we should be very careful, very wisely, we have to make the decisions. I hope you might have understood this poem. Again, when you will come back to the school, again I will revise this poem. I will clear your doubts. I hope you understood. Stay at your home and be happy.